Hey, MHayashi. Yeah, please like and subscribe. Hey, and like to, and you can always undo that later on if you don't like it. But you, I think, will like this. Although I hope. I don't know how popular Pioneer is. It just seems like these Pioneer videos don't get as much traction. That being said, I did record 3 matches. Unfortunately, I lost the last two, but I want to make sure I've got a steady stream of content. So I'm gonna go ahead and combine these videos and get them ready to upload. Whether I actually and I'll probably upload them. Whether or not I publish them, we'll see. But hey, content is content, right? In any case, we're buzz crushing again. This one is going to be in the sideboard though. 16 of these effects are still quite a bit. And we are able to pack, I think, the best removal suite that Pioneer pretty much has to offer. Flashbite is mostly going to be 2, but later in the game it still can cost 1 and deal 3, pretty much for no cost, just having to play Snow Covered, which is not very difficult. Strangle is great because 1 mana, 3 damage. It doesn't go face, but small price to pay. Most of the time we just want to hit creatures anyway. This is the closest we're going to get to Lightning Bolt anytime soon in Pioneer, I think. Torch the Tower. Yeah, it can deal with stuff like Phoenix, since our only main deck way to do stuff like that. Mazemind Tome, just awesome card advantage. Selection is also available if we're a little tight on mana. Helps us hit our 3rd land drop. Yeah, gains life in the aggro matchups. I mean, hey, Cleansing Wildfire, it's just part of the whole package to keep them off of stuff. Then a Bugbear, of course, free land, and the rest of these lands, strip mine effects. Keep them off of basics. They run out of basics surprisingly quickly in a number of matchups, but Pioneer seems to strangely have more basics than Modern. I'm not sure why exactly, but because you'd think there's not much reason to play basics if there's no Blood Moon, but maybe it's just because there's less good duels because they don't have fetches. It doesn't really make sense to me, but I don't know. But there are some matchups. There are quite a few matchups actually that have very few basics. Yeah, Phoenix being one of them typically only has 3 islands, and Rakdos Midrange typically only has 3 swamps, or 2 swamps and 1 mountain, depending. Bonecrusher Giant, just for 1 extra mana, we get a 4/3 body attached. Sounds pretty good to me. Nahiri Warcrafting. I'm surprised this card doesn't see more play in Pioneer. I mean, 3 mana deals with almost everything in the format, and if I deal with something smaller, I oftentimes can get card advantage, kind of like a what do you call it? A Mr. Feaster's Desk effect. And Torch the Witness, I think this is a great new addition from Murder at Kharkov Manor. I wish it would hit Planeswalkers. That's the only downside. Or players, but that would be absurd. This card can't be allowed to hit players, but its only downside is that it doesn't hit Planeswalkers, and this looks like it reasonably could be expected to hit Planeswalkers. Maybe there's no Planeswalkers in Kharkov Manor, I'm not sure, so I guess there could be that, but anyway. Yeah, it deals X damage it deals twice X damage, so for 2 mana, we can deal 2 damage. That's very good. That's basically Bonecrusher Giant rate. But if we deal a 1 toughness creature, we get a clue token, and it scales rather nicely because for 3 mana we deal 4 damage. That's going to deal with most of the threats. I should say, a good chunk, probably most. And for 4 mana we get to deal 6 damage, and that's going to deal with the vast majority of threats in Pioneer. And if they, for whatever reason, have even bigger stuff, we can't even go for a 5 mana, which will deal 8, which is pretty good rate, spending 5 mana to deal 8. And if it had 7 toughness instead of 8, then we get a clue token as well. It just scales very nicely. This actually can deal with most threats in Pioneer, and at a reasonable price to boot, and oftentimes also gaining card advantage while doing so. I've been very impressed. I mean, it's not like it catapults us into tier 1 or anything, but it's just been very solid, and definitely it results in me winning games I otherwise would have lost. Particularly sometimes there's cards like Ledger Shredder, which can grow pretty big pretty quickly and can be hard to deal with. Sometimes it even grows out of Nahiri's Warcrafting range, but Torch the Witness is always at least possibly available there to take it down, which is very nice. And of course, Lantern for Phoenix mainly. there's not that many matchups where I need it otherwise, but it's still nice to have. Storm's Wrath, you know, believe it or not, I've actually been liking Burn Down the House a little bit more, which is weird because, you know, obviously 1 mana can make a huge difference, but like this ability to create these 3 devil tokens is actually kind of huge. Plus being able to take care of Shieldred and that vampire thingy. I forget what it's called, but that vampire Flesh Ripper or Vein Ripper. Man, the problem is though, is just don't cast a Burn Down the House for the devil tokens and then cast it for 5 damage to each creature's player. It seems like, well, it can't be that bad because at least you get some damage off of it. But the problem is that Vein Ripper card, it's going to ding us for 6 damage, and they gain 6 life. Sure, they lose 3 from these cards dying, but they essentially still gain 3 life. And sometimes that 8 damage, actually, it's more than 8 damage, actually, because, no, yeah, at least 8, because 6 of my stuff goes to the graveyard, and then their Vein Ripper goes to the graveyard, and then, yeah, that's 8. And a lot of times that'll just kill you, so. So, Burn Down the House, I mean, 5 is a kind of a sweet spot in Pioneer for obvious reasons, Shieldred and Vein Ripper and whatnot, but Vein Ripper too, because you don't actually have to sacrifice a creature when you cast this. You may have to sacrifice a creature if you've already got a creature in play, but what the nice thing is you don't actually have to have a creature in play because it's a sweeper effect, it doesn't target. Anyway, so yeah, full disclosure, I've mostly switched to Burn Down the House. Oh, being able to create the devil tokens too, I think like I explained in a previous video, is pretty nice. But I was messing around with Storm's Wrath too, mainly because there's that Boros Convoke deck, and this card pretty much wipes their entire board for 4 mana, which is pretty nice, including all those 4/4s they spit out. It's a very, very nice card in that matchup, but honestly, I mean, actually 1 more mana actually is literally life or death in that matchup. So Burn Down the House, I've tested it. It's just kind of 1 turn too slow for Boros Convoke, but I just think that there's, I mean, honestly, like, yeah, if Boros Convoke becomes a bigger deal and Vein Ripper and other, you know, need for 5 toughness stuff becomes less needed in Pioneer, I don't see that happening anytime soon. Yeah, probably Burn Down the House is better, but you still can't discount the fact that Storm's Wrath is very much a ideal answer to that deck, the Boros Convoke. The problem is I really only bring it in against Boros Convoke though. That's the problem. It's just a little too expensive for like what's it called, Amelia combo. It would seem to be good against Amelia combo, but the problem is we really want to be mostly dealing with their actual combo pieces while simultaneously trying to strip line their mans. They typically only play 1 planes, which is one of their main downfalls. Yeah, and then just kind of go from there, because the problem is if we actually just let them develop their board, they can easily just sort of, you know, Court of Calling for their last piece and then just kill us, like, in response to this. Or if they have 4 mana and we haven't been working on their lands enough, they can just respond. They can just collective company to end a turn even after this, and then just combo kill us, you know, easily after we wipe their board. So it's not as good against Amelia combo as you might think. Definitely better than Burn Down the House, but against Amelia combo, you'd really probably be looking for something like Anger of the Gods, but Anger of the Gods would literally kind of only be for Amelia combo. I guess it would also be kind of okay against Boros Convoke. So I guess that's the main thing. Like, Storm's Wrath probably should be Anger of the Gods in the slot, because like I can't really see much reason to be 4 instead of 3. I mean, it is nice that it kills the 4 toughness stuff in Boros Convoke, but Anger of the Gods mostly does the job anyway, but also is good against Amelia combo. But I don't think we really need the help against Amelia combo, and I don't even know what we take out. So, anywho's it. Let's get to the matches, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Yeah. Oh, but heads up though, I once again, like, I think I already explained a little bit, but I lost the last, well, not the last 2. I lost, what was it, match? I lost match 1 and match 3. So yeah, just MTGO just is not letting me do post leagues on them. I try to pull them up in the game data, just doesn't show up. I don't even know I can't even remember what the matchups were because it's been a while. So unfortunately, I don't know what to say other than I meant to do a post league on those, and now I can't. But hey, at least a content is content, and 3 videos is better than none. Am I right? So let's get to it and see you. All right, match 2.
Let's see. Pringle project. Oh man, I'm trying not to eat potato chips. I could go for some Pringles though. Oh boy. Yeah, let's do this. I'm gonna play this off of this because I may want to crack. We'll see. Alright, since I got another good 2-drop, I think I'm just gonna drop this. Okay. I do think I'll start to have to scry after this. Because I really got to hit that land drop. Unfortunately, this is good, but we need to hit up and drop. Demolition Field, yeah. I'm going to try to go after the lands. Let's see. In theory, they have 2 green, 2 white, 2 blue, so it's the same thing. I think of these different land types, I think white is the most likely. Hopefully they don't spell pierce me. Alrighty. I won't discard just yet. I think red by far is the most important color. I really want to run at basics at some point. Niv Izzet. Bring to light. I'm a little bit surprised that they did that, but I guess it's pretty powerful for them to have access to it. Alrighty. Okay, that wasn't as powerful as it could have been. So let's ferry over that. So I could pay 8. It's gonna go out as a legend, right? Okay. Alright, well I hope I don't get punished somehow. Alrighty. Upkeep. And the next end step. Ah, Alrighty. Surprised I didn't play Teferi. Okay. I think I might actually be able to run them out of basics. Torch the Tower is only good against the Scarab God. Otherwise, Frostbite, all that, it does more. Because of the possibility of an early Valky. I have to. Okay. I think this hand's going nowhere fast. Alright, well this hand might be going nowhere very slowly. Torch is good, but Bonecrusher is just more proactive. Or at least it would be. If I could cast it. Well, I guess I can cast it, but... yeah, I think Forest and Mountain are slightly better than Plains and Swamp. A Forest. Plains and, Swamp and Island, I mean. Because Bugcrusher would have been. I had to pick Strangle though, because I just had so many lands. Okay. Alright. Trying to make progress here. I could have actually hit my own Volatile Fault, but we're holding out the hope. Still got Plains left. Might be able to keep them off for the colors. Need to. Well, let's see. Keep them off black. Okay. Maybe, just maybe, we whittled down enough colors, because they need both black and red. Actually, I could have attacked. Because I just realized this doesn't have flying. Yeah, that's a good one. I kind of want to keep them off of doing stuff because what they can do is just so dangerous. I think I have to do this because maybe I can even hit a land drop. And I do hit a land drop. And what a glorious land drop it is. Fair enough. Okay, here's what I need to do. I need to hit that. Need to hit this. Hopefully it resolves. Hopefully I don't absorb or something. Or no more lies. It's a good one. So I might be able to overcome this, but I have to hit this. And then I have to double strangle. And then I have to hope that the draws from here on out are not that great. That's pretty good, though. Alright. Alright, match 4, and hey, we could have been off to a much worse start, so let's see. Maybe the 16 field? I mean, 12 field plus Cleansing Wildfire, maybe? Oh. I'm not gonna say that I'm hoping for Phoenix all day, every day, but I am going to say that I think Phoenix is one of the better matchups. Not like perfect, but one of the better matchups. Already. I have to go for Cleansing Wildfire. It's just too good of a use of mana here. I'm going to keep going after red mana unless they start dropping multiple hauls. We'll see. Because if I can start strip mining them, they'll never get to haul mana anyway. Alright, let's see. I wonder if I should crack Mishra. Not as long as I think I'm going after the lands, I think. I'm going to go for Torch the Tower. I said Torch the Tower, not Torch the Witness. I'm going to Strangle. I mean, I'm not super liking it, but yeah, let's see. Yeah, at least they're out of basic territory. Alright, let's do this. Efficient use of mana. Ooh, Cleansing Wildfire. That's a good one. Okay. And I could Torch the Witness, but actually, I think I can wait until next turn. Plan to Spell Pierce, but it probably is worth it. Okay, fair enough. Oh yes, they missed a land drop. Perfect. Ooh, Strangle. I think I'm going to do this though, just because it's such a efficient use of mana. Alright, well, we got a lot of looks here. And we found. And we may want to attack with Bugbear just because. Alrighty. One cantrip at a time. One cantrip at a time. Help me believe in all that I can be, all that you are. Yeah, this is not going to work, actually, because I ran out of basics. Okay. Ooh, it's got to be cleansing. Yep. All right. So. There's a cruise. There's a cruise. There's a cruise. And all that I are. C7. Let's just do this. We can double attack with Bugbear next turn, maybe. 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we can double attack with Bugbear. And that is what we call a GG. Okay. I think I definitely want Buzz. I definitely want to crush some Buzz. Definitely want Blast Zone. Now, a part of me almost wants to cut Den of the Bugbear, but sometimes they rush me. So one thing is for sure, Strangle's a little on the weak side. And so is Bonecrusher, actually. Torch and Nahiri are great because they can deal with Drake, they can deal with literally anything. at the end of the day, yeah, I'm gonna run it back like last time. I think could put one Storm's Wrath actually in there. Yeah, you know what? Let's put one Storm's Wrath. Oop, too late. Man, I'd love to keep, but I can't. Yeah, much better. Man, I hope I don't get rushed, but I can't put the Mr. Research tasks to the bottom. They're just too good. They're just too good at pretty much everything I want from them. Now, do I play out Spell Pierce into a Braid? I mean, Lantern into a Braid. No, I think I do Research Desk, because it also digs deeper. Okay, fair enough. Okay, let's go. Man, this is so good. I don't want to turn it down, but I probably have to. Maybe not, though. I don't know. That was probably way too greedy. Probably way too greedy. They're discarding Steam Vents. Okay, that's gotta mean they got a Spell Pierce. Dang it. Yeah, I should have got the Blast Zone for sure. Oh man, that Blast Zone looking so sweet right now. I have to hold up Lantern. Can draw into a third Blast Zone. Alright, I don't have my sweeper right here either. Yeah, I kind of knew I was forfeiting that game by not playing Stormwrath and not playing the boss zone. Alright, now I got more easy answers. Looking good, looking good. Well, not perfect, but looking good, I think. Do this. I'm gonna Mazemind it up. See if they spell Pierce. Okay, they do not. Okay, I think that's a little too good to pass up, wouldn't you all agree? Consider obviously holding up the Mazemind draw if possible. Alright, I might not want to play Krenko just yet because I might want to hold up Lantern. Getting a little floody, not gonna lie. Getting a little floody. Lightning Axe. I don't want to crack the Volatile Faults just yet because they're just, well, they're a little volatile, to say the least. Surprised they set that as blue when they know I'm going to go after this. Okay, fair enough. I'm not going to crack the Mishra just yet. I'm kind of incentivized not to crack it because do this. Okay, fair enough. Lightning Axe, okay, that. So I may actually have to start scrying. Warcrafting is a good one. Storm's Wrath is even better. Yeah, because I gotta deal with both of these things. I'm Storm's Wrathing. And I couldn't crack the Demolition Field because I needed to hold up. Treasure Cruise. Oh yes, Treasure Cruise. I might just let the Arclight Phoenix come back. Yeah, what am I kidding? Not sure why I did this like this. I guess just to shrink the grave. Yeah. It's as good of a reason as any, I think. Torch the Witness. Man, I just don't like just how volatile Spell Pierce is. Yeah, we can do better. We can do this. Oh, 1 second. Okay. Alright, sorry, I had to. Somehow, I think I kind of didn't end up drawing well. They ended up drawing pretty well, looks like. Okay, yeah, these are just too many, oh my god. Alright, sucks to lose against Phoenix, because I should have won, but I misplayed, because I'm an idiot. I should have obviously taken the blast zone that last game 2 and then game 3, because you know you're gonna fuck. Excuse the French. This could be wrong, but I want to try to hold the Cleansing Wildfire for hitting the basic. Also, end of turn stomp. My turn. Torch the Witness. Unless they put a monstrous roll on it. Well, I can still torch the Witness. Okay, fine. But it's not going to prevent the damage, though. Oh, it prevented the damage from the spell, from the spike. Okay, fine. Alrighty. Get that to hand. Oh. Yeah, we're gonna need. Okay. I think I want to frostbite this now. They're not anywhere near close to doing anything with this, but on the other hand, they could pump it. And the stakes are very high if that card lives. Score, draw a card, it does. I'd love to play Bonecrusher, but I just have this feeling it's not going to do enough. So instead I'm going to try to do this. If I can keep them off mana, I think I should be able to pull it out. Okay, I think I just try to take them off of all mana this turn. Maybe I'll even draw into another removal spell, like a Strangle. Nope. I just feel like taking them off of mana has got to be the foundation of being able to win here. Conversely, them drawing mana could be the foundation of bad things. Volatile Fault. Yes, I think I have to. Play this out. Hopefully they don't drop a red mana into that card that deals 2 damage to their creature and 4 damage to mine. Okay, I can probably live with that. I can definitely live with that. And this is the case. Alrighty. Reckless Rage, okay. That's exactly the card I was worried about them. Thankfully I've got Torch. Torch the Witness. I mean, this is nice, but I think I can do better. So I can do so let's just do this just cause. So if we draw a card, we don't have to. And we did. Okie dokie. They're doing an admirable job of continuing to draw lands. Oof. It's a little bit problematic, but I guess at least we can play. Next turn, okay. At least we can play this. Yeah, I should have got the Bugbear. Yeah, they've had enough. Okay, especially since I gained some life. Always nice. I think I want Blast Zone. And I think I want Krenko's Buzzcrusher. Do I want Storm's Wrath? Probably not. Like, as awesome as Nahiri seems, I think it's just a little too clunky. What else is clunky is frickin' Mazemind Tome. Although I'm so conflicted though, because... But I might just need the Blast Zone. Yeah, but Mazemind Tome, you know what? I'll just do Mazemind Tome as a one-of. Yeah. Alright, let's see. Mazemind is definitely problematic in multiples. I mean, at least it can gain more life, scry some more, but it's hard to capitalize on that much mana. Okay. I would ideally like some 1 mana removal, but hey, this is better than nothing, I guess. Please, okay, good. The problem is they're holding up Hoplite plus protection. It's going to be a little difficult for me. Looks like that may be exactly what they're doing. Guess I hold this up just in case I can respond to whatever they're doing. I mean, there's no way this actually works, but I gotta give it a try. I'm sure they got some protection spell there. I'm just going to do this here. Well, now they know I've got a blast zone. Well, do your worst, I guess. I guess they can just kill me now. I guess we'll try to do this, just to use our mana efficiently. And maybe if they are out of mana, I can blast zone. Okay. The reason why we're doing this, in case you're wondering, is A, we need to prevent damage, and B, we're worried about that indestructible effect card. So we could Krenko. How badly are we worried about Monastery Whisper? Not as badly as we're worried about them drawing that other card. Oh, they probably already have it in their hand. Okay. Oh, that card's a doozy. Well, I don't know what I'm waiting for, because, I mean, they know that this is what I got. And they can probably just kill me with this Biomancer. Maybe they only got lands in their hand. I probably shouldn't have kept that hand. I don't know. For whatever reason, I don't see hands with like a lot of cheap removal, or they got some way to get around it. this hand is the definition of... Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, why, man? I'm not mulliganing to 4. I'm just not doing it. Well, maybe I can put them down to 0 lands next turn. Yeah, that's one reason not to quit too early, because maybe I actually opened up. Okay. I could have responded. I don't think I want to or need to, though. Oh, actually, yeah, I couldn't have. I need to use that mana here. I am eventually going to need more land destruction, though, unless they're out of lands. Oh, God. Come on, field. Torch the Witness. Actually, I think I can deal with this, actually. I torch for 2. I torch for 1 plus this. Yeah, I think that actually works. Yeah, I think I had to. I'm placing another land. Okay, good. Okay. I like the Mishra's Research Desk, but I like Stone Raining even better. Oh yeah, Torch the Witness, I think. That's card advantage. Don't mind if I do. Whew. Maybe I pulled this one out here. It's certainly kind of looking like it. I need more fields. Ask and ye shall receive. Alrighty. Okay, clue token. Alright, I'm gonna wait on the Krenko, obviously. I think this is pretty much a lock. But just in case, I'm going to wait for them to deploy. Because there's no fetches, I think their ability to play around is kind of limited. Nice, nice. Ice, ice, vanilla ice. Yes, so now I can go on the offensive without having to blow my Buzzcrusher, I mean. Yep, and they've had enough. We finally went through 2. Yeah, I think we probably just have to lean into the strip mine effects. Oh. All right, post league wrap up. Yeah, so unfortunately, in going over the footage from these games, it looks like 2 of our wins. It looks like the two matches that we lost, unfortunately were 2 wins. It is what it is. Honestly, the Phoenix matchup tends to be better, but it can obviously, if we get a funky hand like we did, we just kind of got some insane amount of lands. Niv Reborn is pretty much impossible, although actually, I don't want to make any spoiler alerts, but let's just say I may have had an unexpected victory against them. And let's just say Burn Down the House actually turned out to be kind of important. Excuse me. So, yeah, what else to say? Oh yeah, the Boros heroic deck. They play a few basics, so obviously that's good for us. Yeah, I think kind of where I'm at more or less with Pioneer presently. Wait a minute. Yeah, is yeah, I think where I'm at actually, I really like the Buzzcrusher in the main deck. It's just I don't know what to say other than that. I feel like I'm really at my best when I'm suppressing their lands. It doesn't necessarily work in all matchups, but it's still a 4/4 body, even if they're not, you know, even if it's not doing much to their land. Excuse me. Um. So, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. And I mean, Frostbite is good, but honestly, it's probably the most cuttable card, just because it's mostly just 2 damage, and I don't know. Like, I may have to test some more because, like, against Boros Heroic, like only having 8, turn 1 cards that I can hit their heroic creatures seems a little bit risky. But I don't know. In most matchups, we don't necessarily need to overdo it with so many 1-mana burn spells. Um, but yeah, I mean, what can I say? Uh, yeah, this is pretty much more or less where I'm at. Oh yeah, Sorcerer's Spyglass. What I've actually found, yeah, and the Burn Down the House is for the is just like I said in the deck tech, it's just kind of more where I'm at these days. I was kind of bouncing back between Thunderous Wrath and that, and Sorcerer's Spyglass is kind of needed because that Sorin deck, the Sorin Markov or Sorin Imperious, whatever prefect, whatever it's called, like it just when it just comes down and it just drops that Vein Ripper, it's pretty much GG actually, and like Burn Down the House can be a good answer to Vein Ripper if they hard cast it because it costs like 6 mana, which honestly is a little undercosted in my opinion. But I mean, hey, but yeah, when they actually hard cast it, sure, but like, yeah, it's not gonna work when they play it out with Sorin. Especially since you have to deal with the Sorin immediately too, otherwise it immediately upticks and then puts a counter on it. And if they've got another Sorin, then it's already out of Burn Down the House range. And they can kill your creatures pretty much, so you actually can't pay the ward cost otherwise, and then it's out of Burn Down the House range. So, yeah, this actually is not a good answer to that. I actually find Sorcerer's Spyglass to be the most, I think, universal answer. Like, there is like Fry, I think, 2 mana, deal 5 damage to target creature with flying, and it can't be countered or something like that. I can't remember exactly what the specifications are. Um, I mean, Fry is a good answer to Vein Ripper, but the problem with Fry is there's not that many creatures unless I'm missing something that it's actually like good against. It's mostly just for Vein Ripper. I find that to be a little bit unacceptable. What I like about Sorcerer's Spyglass is that it's not only good against the Vein Ripper deck, like, and also like it's not only just good against Vein Ripper too. Like, think about Fry against Vein Ripper decks. Like literally, you could lose with that. You could lose because that card was in your hand if they don't actually draw their Vein Ripper, which could happen. Whereas Sorcerer's Spyglass, it hits their Sorin, but it also hits their Lilianas. No, they don't all play Liliana, but it hits their Sorins. In a pinch, it can hit Fable, although ideally you actually want to kill it. But in a pinch, it can hit Fable, so Fable can't use its activated ability. What else can it do? It can hit cards like Mutavault or Hive of the Eye Tyrant or Den of the Bugbear or whatever kind of manlands they have, and it hits all copies of that going forward, which is pretty nice. There's no supply basically. There's no shortage of supply of some type of activated abilities, or that skeleton card that they can, yeah,
It creates like a 2/1 skeleton, Curse of the Suspected Skeleton or something like that. Case of the Suspected Skeleton. Anywho's it. Sorry, my bird had to poop and she was on my shoulder. Lantern of the Lost, yeah, for Phoenix. Karn Silex is, you know, I'm experimenting with this. What I like is this can potentially wipe the whole board, but obviously what I don't like is it's a little slower. But there isn't necessarily like a Rhinos type deck where the Chalice. Oh, and there's some Chalice of the Void. I don't know. I don't think there's as much stuff on Zero that you need to kill like in Modern and Legacy, so I'm not as sure that the Ratchet Bombs and stuff are as needed. Uh-oh. All right, so sorry for the bird chirp, but anyway, I guess with that, that's kind of where we're gonna leave this. And I wish I didn't lose those 2 matches, but yeah, okay. Oh yeah, and quick shout out. Hopefully I can get this in here before the bird chirping becomes too much. Thank you, Sneak, Dave Molina, B0, 812, Paul Wynn, Necrosis, Adrian King, Gavin Downard, Daryl, B-Train 4, Savage O's, Kevin Robach, Roland Schonenman, S. Robertson, HJCLAU, Erwin Lopez, Cole Smith, Michael Patton. Thank you so much, and take care, everybody.